Hello everyone and welcome. Today in this class we will start a different concept called exponents. So what are exponents exactly? Let me write it out. What are exponents? Well, here's an example of an exponent. I'm going to draw it out because it's easier to explain. 2 to the third. This number over here is the exponent. I'm just going to write exp for now. Okay, something's wrong with my pen. It's the exponent. Well, this number is known as the base. Now, this number, how would you solve this? Let's take this example, 2 to the power of 3. An exponent is also known as exponent is also known as the power of something. Like this expression right here would be said as 2 to the power of 3. And if I had like this, it would be said as 2 to the power of 7. So now let's try to solve this problem. So what do you do with this exponent? So 2 to the power of 3 would be the same as 2 times 2 times 2. You are basically supposed to multiply this number however many times the exponent, however many times large the exponent is. A common misconception is people will sometimes write this, 2 times 3, thinking it's the same thing. But instead, you have to write the number multiplied however many times the exponent it says. So if this was 2 to the power of 8, you would write it out as 2 times 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 2. That's what an exponent is. Now, let me teach you a few exponent rules. Before we do that, I'm going to give you a simple problem. 6 to the power of 3, and I want you to try to solve this. So I'm assuming you've given a go at it, and now I will solve it and show you. So 6 to the power of 3. By the way, an exponent key is written as this caret on your keyboard is equal to 6 times 6 times 6, since you have to multiply it the amount of times the exponent says. Remember, you do not do 6 times 3, because 6 times 3 is not the same as 6 times 6 times 6. It's 6 plus 6 plus 6. And those are two very different things. So this would be equal to 36 times 6, so 216. Now, I'm going to save that and insert a new drawing to start learning about some exponent rules. So, let me make this size 18. Exponent rules. Now, let me show you some examples of exponent rules. The first and most common exponent rule is, let me write an example down. Give me one sec. So I'm going to give you the very easy rules, since you should not be knowing the really hard rules right now. So assume you have 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 6. The rule states that if you have two powers, give me one sec. Two powers with the same base, and as we remember, the base is the bottom number. And if they are multiplied, remember they must be multiplied, the answer will be the base to the power of the sum of the exponents. So this is a very simple rule. It's not one of the harder rules. So let me show an example. Right here, 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 6. Remember, this only works for multiplication. It does not work for addition, subtraction. I'll show you how this works for division as well. So 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 6, they have the same base. So you would just do 2 to the power of 3. Oh, sorry about that. 3 plus 6. And you'd be left with, it would be equal to, sorry, something's wrong. I'll do it down here. 2 to the power of 9. Sorry, that's supposed to be a circle. Now let me do one more exponent rule, which you can sort of derive from this exponent rule. So if you have two numbers, for example, let me not do 2. 2 is kind of common. 4 to the power of 6, and then divided by 4 to the power of 3. You would, let me write the rule down here. 2 sorry, 1 second. 2 powers with the same base. And they are divided. The answer is the same base to the power of the difference of the exponents. So let me show you how it works in this one. So it would be 4 to the power of 6 divided by 4 to the power of 3. So it would be simplified to 4 to the power of 6 minus 3. So 4 to the power of 3, that would be the final answer. Sorry, my pen is really funky today. 4 to the power of 3, that would be your final answer. So let me just teach you a couple more exponent rules, but these are just going to be some of the basics. So the last exponent rule I'm going to be teaching you is called the power rule. So let me write down an exponent. 4 to the power of 6 in parentheses to the power of 2. What would this be equal to? The law states that if you have an exponent which is multiplied by another exponent, but the entire thing is powered by that exponent, meaning it's not multiplied, but instead powered. So it would be at the top here. It would be equal. Let me give you a clean definition of it. So here's a more easier definition for you to understand. Let me show you. So basically, the power rule tells us that to raise a power to a power, in this case, to raise 4 to the 6 to the power of 2, you just have to multiply these exponents together. While when we were multiplying the two exponents together, it was adding them together. But when you're multiplying a power times a power, you just multiply the exponents. So in this case, it would be 4 to the power of 6 times 2. So it would be equal to 4 to the power of 12. So those are some of the few exponent rules. In my next video, I will be having a small test where I'll be giving you guys some problems, and I want you guys to solve it. I will also be grading it, and whoever gets all of them correct, I will leave a shout out to their channel. I hope you enjoyed my video, everyone. Please remember to subscribe and smash that like button for more quality videos. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.